Wow, I want something like a chunky.
We got left in the lake.
Travelers, all right. Cool.
Hey, can we get an update on Tyree?
Yeah, I actually don't. We were just talking about it now. He hasn't gotten out of the medical deal with Chris Cortez and them, but last I heard it was a knee. Hopefully that's a limited knee.
Hey, Pete, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I know that you want a ball control offense, so I'm not asking a question away from that. But do you want to see your offense be more aggressive? I understand you want to protect the football. I'm not asking you to change your philosophy, but do you want more aggressiveness?
I think when you look at the offense, we look at the end result.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of plays called in the passing game that was to be aggressively thrown down the field. A lot of things factor into that. Protection, guys open, quarterback, all that stuff goes into play. So when I say ball control, like, I want to keep our defense fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be able to finish games in the fourth quarter like what happened to us. A big part of our game is our identity of being physical and being stout at the line of scrimmage, and that didn't happen yesterday. Defensively, it did until the fourth quarter, and they cracked us. And it's a couple fits. It was, again, all fixable things, but when you talk about our offense, we got playmakers. We got to get the ball into their hands. We got to protect better, and we got to make quicker decisions at the quarterback position. It all goes into play. It's a group effort. It's not a one individual. Yes, sir.
Coach, the day after you were signed to the active roster, Charles Snowden got the start. Can you just talk about what you saw from him in practice that led you make that decision, and what did you see that you liked him in the game?
I mean, we made a 53-man roster. We had 54. He'd been the 54th guy. He was right there. So I thought he had a hell of a job. Did a hell of a job in the preseason. Did a really good job. The reason he started is obviously because of the package that he was in on. So I don't think that was really the big reason why he started. But he gives us a lot of flexibility. He can play Sam linebacker. He can play defensive end. A lot of core for special teams guy for us as well. So I thought, for the limited reps that he got in practice, I thought he did a pretty good job. He showed up. I wish he would take back that all-sides penalty because we had a sack fumble on there, but I thought for the most part he showed up.
Watching video, the running game, what did you see in the video that you saw why it struggled and how can it be corrected?
Yeah, we didn't finish. We didn't finish up front. Running backs got to stay on track, and we got to run with better pad level, with our backs overall. I mean, some of these tackles, we got to break through arm tackles. And I think just up front, we got to finish. We got to stay on our blocks. I mean, they did an outstanding job. Hats off to them. They finished blocks and finished plays, and we didn't. And that has to start with us as coaches and the players doing it.
Tony, I know you're waiting to hear back on the results of Tyree's knee, but with Malcolm already on IR and Tyree possibly missing a little bit of time here, how aggressive do you guys then have to be in bringing in somebody potentially to address the depth at defensive end edge rusher?
Yeah, got thin real quick. Telesco is working on that right now currently.
Brock Bowers had the second most receiving yards of any tight end so far this weekend. What were your thoughts? Game one of his professional career and what he can provide moving forward.
I thought we saw just a glimpse of what it is, what he can be. What I really was excited about was him in the run game. I thought he had some really good examples of some blocks out there on their defensive ends, 52 and 97. But again, like any rookie, it's his first game. I think he felt like he left some yards out there as well. But it was good for him to get into the flow of the game, get his first couple catches, make some plays, move the chains for us, and again, just keep involving him into our game plan.
I know you asked about the 4th and 1 decision last night, but just is it ever second guessing yourself on that decision, or is it how does that kind of play? Fill out that process.
Yeah, I get analytics. I get what's been going on, but the ball's at the 8-yard line. Our defensive time is only giving up 200 yards of total offense. That's the strength of our team.
Your calling card since you got this job is discipline. So yesterday there was some displays, penalties, whatever. Was that more, do you think, first game going out, or was it something that, you had to nip in the bud?
Yeah, well, we had 2 penalties, which, one was costly because it was on a big run, and then we had the offsides penalty. That was a sack. So we had 2 penalties in the game. The thing that's disappointing was just, obviously the little deal down there in the end zone. And I get it, we're protecting our teammate, but we never want to put ourselves in a position where it's possibly ejection, fines, or suspension down the road. We don't want to be that team, right? And again, the history of the Raiders has always been that team. But we don't want to have that, Our guys just got to be careful. Again, I love protecting one another and going to battle for one another. But if you throw punches, anything like that, you're in the wrong sport.
Have you had a conversation with players if they find themselves in a situation like Tyreek Hill? Tyreek Hill yesterday. Say his name. Tyreek Hill. You find, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that's tough. I think in America today, you got to be smart. Do your best to listen to what the officer says and not put yourself in that position. I don't really know a lot of information that went into it, but, you know, I would tell our guys just, you know, be smart. You know, it's different times.
Coach, you mentioned that you guys had fixable issues. Does that make the loss more frustrating, or do you leave the game encouraged because you can fix the issues?
Not more frustrating because I thought, you know, when you look at it, I'm just going from the offensive side of the ball. We had about 6 or 7 possessions where we're at midfield or in plus territory, and it didn't go the way we wanted it to go. We didn't finish. You know, we make a big play with Brock, incomplete pass, 2 sacks. Right? We get a 2-minute drill and we have a fumble. We get down there, we get an explosive run, we get a hold, and then next play we fumble. And it was just, you know, the Raiders yesterday didn't do a good job of taking care of the Raiders. You know, a little self-inflicted, obviously give credit to them, but there's things that we could just clean up and do a lot better. Details matter, right? And I thought our guys played hard, effort, everything. They competed their asses off, but at the end of the day, you know, they created the plays and made the plays that we did.
AP, I understand loss is a loss. There's no silver lining in the NFL. But watching the film, was there some positives maybe you didn't see from field level that you felt encouraged by?
Yeah, defensively, I'll start off. I mean, we got out of the gates very fast, just like we wanted. Patrick called the game aggressively. We got after, we hit the quarterback, we was affecting the quarterback, we pressured the quarterback. We was really good on third downs, good in the red zone. Run defense, 83, 85 yards in the first half. Boom, we're playing the kind of game we want. You know, full court defense, half court offense with field position. You know, special teams, I thought, you know, we made some plays here. We did a good job on number 12, really good returner. Thought we pinned him back, got a tackle inside the 15-yard line there. And then offensively, you know, just like we'll make an explosive play and there'll be a negative. And just we couldn't put back-to-back good plays together. And that was frustrating. And again, to be honest, man, you want to get the run game going early. Every team in the National Football League, you watch them, saw the Detroit Lions at the end of the night last night. You know, the ability to run the ball, you know, that's critical late in ball games, and we got to do that. We got to do a good job of finishing. You know, it starts up front with our O-line, starts with our coaches as well, and then I'm gonna keep going to our backs, man. We got to run through contact. We got to run with low pad level. We got to run with a certain intent, and we didn't do that yesterday. It didn't show up enough.
You talked earlier, Antonio, about the need to stay level-headed. And then with the fight that happened and some possible suspensions and things like that, are you worried about hearing anything like that? Have you heard anything yet?
It's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
It's at the NFL offices now.
So
You got to be a pro.
I'm sorry?
I said guys got to be pros, right? I mean, we play football, not boxing.
Alexander Madison gave you guys a few nice plays yesterday. What do you
Who was
see?
it?
Alexander Madison.
Okay.
What do you see from him, not only as a runner, but a guy that can catch passes out of the backfield as well?
I give him a lot of credit. Baby, you know, his wife went late right before the game started. For him to stay focused like that, baby boy was born, I believe, last night. So congrats to him. But I thought he did a heck of a job. Every time he went in there, made plays, really good job also in pass protection for us. I thought, you know, this was one of those games. You go in the game thinking, you know, hey, listen, a lot of Zamir White and then Alex Madison make some plays. And as we go throughout the week, we'll look at that more and more.
Is that something that could happen where it's just stick with the hot hand at the time?
No, we got you. Be honest, you know, I think that we're just at that point offensively. Look, if it's Devontae, if it's Zamir, if it's Brock, if it's Big Mike, Jacoby, whoever it is, man, we got to do whatever it is to score more than 10 points. That's not going to be good enough in the National Football League. We understand that. That's the frustrating part about it. When you name all these names, you say, well, why? Well, you know, listen, penalties and turnovers, that's the reason why. That hurts you.
You all set? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, AP.
Well, appreciate